let's do this. How we doing, folks? It's your boy Marcos kicking it off here. A little Assassin's Creed Let's Play on this Sábado Sabadete, as we say back in the motherland. And today, you probably know us by the title of the damn episode, we're going to talk about trailers. We're going to talk about trailers, and it's something that just happened very recently in my life, trailer-wise, that is pretty impressive. So trailers, I mean, you know what a trailer is. A trailer is when they damn show you the game or the movie or whatnot. They give you a little snippet over there to get you excited, to get you pumped up. They give you a little tidbit of, you know, what might be happening. But you never know. Trailers are different. Some, for example, in video games wise, some are all CG. You know, they're all like not even graphics, anything that has to do with the game. It's just a pre-rendered movie and whatnot. It looks amazing, jaw-dropping. I think those, to me, are not the best, per se, even though I want to kind of contradict myself a little bit in this video. But those, to me, aren't the best. Unless, I mean, if they're not 100% CG, so if it's a mixture between gameplay and CG, that's fine. But if they're just 100% this fully beautiful rendered movie that you will never see in the game, I always find those to be kind of useless. Because to me, it's like, alright, well, that's cool, but I can't do that. So why should I buy your game then? If I want to do that, maybe you should make a movie and I'll watch it. And I was thinking I could jump over here and break this. I know I could go down there eventually, but I was a little bit confused as to when it happens. But you do it all later on in the game. Anyway, so those to me are the best ones that combine it, are the ones that include some gameplay elements. And also include, I like to see that game actually how it looks, because if the game's that good, that it looks that good, you should be able to throw it in your trailer and still leave me stunned. You don't have to hide the game. I don't like when you hide the game. Show me the game, and then we'll do it. Specifically, to me, the best series that does it, and not necessarily because they show you a lot about the game, even though they kind of do. When you go back and look at it, maybe the first time when you see it, like the first time you see the trailer, without knowing the game, you really don't notice it that much. But when you actually go back after you played the game and watch the trailers, you see that there's a lot of gameplay elements mixed in with the CG movies. So that's a little bit nifty, and that's Assassin's Creed. That's why I brought it up with this video. I'm going to go down chronologically, bro. Let's take it down from the top. So I remember when I saw the first Assassin's Creed 1 trailer, and I'd suggest you go watch them. They're all like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And that's another thing. Lengthwise, I think they kind of push the bar sometimes. You know, a 4-minute trailer to me is a little bit too much. That's like almost like, you know, we're going into a short right there. Like that's a short film territory right there. That's a little bit extenuous. But they like to make it a little more dramatic and whatnot, emphasize a couple more points, and they could pull it off. If it's good enough, it could be as long as you want. That's one rule of thumb. If you're ever making any sort of video, any sort of project or whatnot, stick to length. The shorter, the better. People don't want to be wasting their time watching your shit if they don't like it. But if you got something you feel is compelling, you feel that somebody's gonna care so much about, don't cut yourself short on it. You know, just because you want to hit that 3-minute mark, if it goes to 3:30, but that extra 30 is that good, go for it. I think that's kind of what they do with the Assassin's Creed trailer. So when I saw the first trailer, I remember I was in college. It might have been my first day in college. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. I mean, if you remember, there's like people being like hung, and then Altair comes through the crowd. He's like up on like the top of a bell, and the bell like ticks, and he disappears, which is just an awesome cut. And then you see him walking through. He comes up there, boom, shows you a couple of mechanics, shows you the hidden blade, which obviously was a big thing in that game. And then he managed to escape through. And this is pretty cool. It shows you, how you could climb up to the actual things that you climb in the game, up those like little barrels and whatnot. How you could climb up to rooftops and run and evade over there. So there's a little bit of gameplay mechanics switched in there without you knowing exactly what's going on. And then he goes and stands like he's kind of like pinned down in front of a church. And then it opens up and there's a bunch of other dudes wearing like the same white hoodie you're wearing. And then you disappear. It's sick. I mean, it's how they're trying to introduce the franchise. The graphics were jaw-dropping at the time. I mean, that was the one thing that really pushed that game. Like, those graphics were great. The setting, was also a little bit interesting. Prince of Persia, it wasn't really exactly the same setting, but it was a sort of Arab kind of feel. And I think that's one thing that, when people look at Assassin's Creed, at least that first one, I think obviously people understood it was different. It was a lot more mature. You're going to have to, you're an assassin. You're not just the Prince of Persia and whatnot. But it's something that I always reflect on when looking over there, especially with the dynamic movie style, especially because Prince of Persia was made by Ubisoft too. So I'm sure they drew some inspiration over there from that. But that's cool, though, and especially at the end when he disappears into the monks and the guards are looking, and he's just gone, and you just see like the eagle flying up above. Woo! That's that hot fire right there. Sounds pretty good. Assassin's Creed 2, that one was the one they showed like at E3, and they have multiple trailers and whatnot. I'm kind of just talking about like the first ones that they came out for the game. This one is like at a carnival, I remember, and some guard ends up dancing with like this like courtesan or whatever. Oh, it's again a gameplay mechanic how you can use the courtesans. You wouldn't know it when watching it first, but that's what's kind of cool. That's what kind of evens the playing field out for me because it's all CG. You know when watching it, they're never gonna be able to do any of this garbage. Like it's never gonna look that good. But the fact that hey, I could get courtesans and I could use them to distract them while I go and assassinate them, that's cool. I like that. That's neat. So she's dancing with him. And he's like twirling around, and all of a sudden, Ezio just comes and just boom, stabs him with the hidden blade through the throat, and you see like he had like the guy has like his hands covered over his neck, and then he like the blood just starts going out. Ooh, man, if you like violence, that got violent. Death of Auto-Tomb over in the silence. So that one was pretty good as well. And then later on, you're chasing down like the bad guy, and it's pretty cool. You chase him down to an actual point in the game where you actually play at the Palazzo, I think, where the I don't know if that's where the Doge lives. I don't remember. We'll see later on in this game. And, you know, with a big tower and whatnot, and he's kind of playing you, he's taunting you. He's like, oh, you know, shame your dad isn't here to see this, and wait till what I do with your moms. Once again, you probably wouldn't notice it just off the trailer. Well, that part you do pick up the trailer. It automatically tells you, you're in this for revenge. That's our motive, because he's already talking shit about your dads. You're going to kill him. And instead of you coming up to him with the hidden blade like you were planning to, you shoot him with a gun. Like, you know, the introduction of guns in this game was kind of the, it wasn't a big thing, but it was a big enough thing that they felt neat enough to put it in the trailer, and it also shows you a couple of moves over there when you fight your way out of the carnival scene. Pretty nifty, pretty cool. Not my favorite. Then Brotherhood came. This is the weakest one I felt out of all of them. Brotherhood's trailer, even though it does have my favorite one, so there's two parts. There's the original Brotherhood trailer, the one they released for like E3. It was cool. They show you the bad guy. I don't remember his name right now. I don't think he's a Borgia. Maybe he's a Borgia. I don't remember what his name was. That really bad guy who like ends up like almost banging out his sister and whatnot. Whatever. The bad guy. They show you him coming in through like a car, and there's just like a sea of like cardinals with like the red like stuff on, and then Ezio's walking through, and then they like part ways. It's kind of like the Red Sea parting ways, and there's this white knight over there in the middle. He gets surrounded, and then boom, your Brotherhood, your assassins, because the big thing in that game was that you're gonna be able to recruit assassins to use them on missions and whatnot. They drop down some arrows, everybody dies, and then there's like an epic like gun, like, or not gun, epic like sword fight thing where it ends at. Okay, not my favorite. I think it was pretty simplistic, but it gets the point across. It's like, hey, you're going to have these guys with you, these boys with you, that you're going to be able to use them which way you want. Once again, showing gameplay elements, showing whatnot. And also in the first one, for example, I'm sorry to go back, but the first one thing that I noticed when I was rewatching is it also shows you the mechanic of, like, you know, how you could walk by people, for example, and you could, like, shrug them away. That's one little subtle thing. It's cool. Like, it's cool watching it. But that's one of those things that, yeah, I'm going to be able to do that in the game as well. It might not look as cool as it's looking here, but it is as cool. And I think that's one of the main gripes, and I'll probably tackle this in another video, that modern gaming has is when you're looking at things from a movie perspective or a cinematic perspective in the game, it always looks cooler than when you're actually doing it, even though it's the same action. It's just a different pretense. So, you know, in Call of Duty, when you see that, like, crazy action-packed sequence that they show you in like the trailer, yeah, you're doing that in the game, but it never quite looks as cool as it does in the trailer. And that's one of the big gripes about, not so much modern game, but that's one of the big gripes or one of the big issues in trying to relate the game to the trailer. It's like you don't want the trailer to seem so amazing and the game just be like, well, this isn't anything that's in the trailer, even though it does include like a lot of elements that was in the trailer. Anyway, Brotherhood, I mean, they always release other trailers afterwards, and Brotherhood had one, I remember, with an Uncle song. I think it was called Burn My Shadow, which was amazing. Not so much on what happened in the trailer. It was kind of, you know, just you jumping on stuff, and it was being cool. The song was amazing. If you haven't heard that song, Uncle Burn My Shadow, it's pretty good. And over here, I'm just trying to get my let me talk a little about the video. I'm just trying to gather my surroundings and see what the hell my next mission is, whether I got to leave here, whether I got to do something here for my mom's. I think I ended up getting some feathers, I think, is the next mission or whatnot. I was trying to find what this damn thing was. Let's talk to Mama Dukes, see what's going on over here, see if she talks, or maybe talk to my sister.
I still can't get her to talk. She spends all day and night in front of those feathers Petruchio used to collect. She can't let them go. I don't know what to do.
Don't worry. She'll come back to us. I know it.
Alright, there we go. Well, that's good, Mom. Sorry about that. And, you know, Petruchio, man, rest in peace, bro. My man was always sick and cool dude, man. Poor little looking for the homies. So, There was Uncle burn my shadow away. The visuals just sync so well with the audio. I mean, it was oh man, for an audio guy, I'm an audio guy. I love myself some good audio, power sound. I'm all about that. It was an orgasm watching how that thing worked. I mean, they grabbed the song and they built it there. And I'm grabbing the statues over here that you got to grab and whatnot, which I don't think I ever did before this. I didn't get an achievement for it, but there's 8 statuettes, maybe 6. I don't know. Something like that. Actually, I think it's 8. 8 statuettes. And we're gonna pick them up over here, show you guys where it is. A little walkthrough area right here. But it matched so well with the song. I remember specifically there was one cut, which I still to this day watch, where he's like jumping from like one platform to another, and they kind of like do like I didn't even know how to describe it. It does like a 360 like effect, and he ends up like on another platform in another completely different part of the game. But it's such a smooth cut that it's, oh god. There's 2 times that that Assassin's Creed franchise has done that to me. That was one of them. And the next one takes place in Revelations. First off, the trailer for Revelations is also right up there. I mean, that Dunkel one I just really like as a song and whatnot because I thought it worked well. But if I had to pick objectively which one's the best one, the trailer for Revelations is amazing. I still to this day don't know if the trailer for Revelations is like CG or if it's like real. The graphics are off the hook. You're fighting as Ezio and you just kill. I mean, there's like a huge battle on like a mountain. And you're just annihilating people. I mean, I don't know how many people you kill, just pulling off the different moves that you're going to be able to do in the game. And you see Altair's ghost, he distracts you, they pin you down. It's wild, and then they're going to like hang you off like a mountain thing. Oh my god. Watch it. Altair's on the other like end over there, like, and you're both going to do a leap of faith, and that's how the game starts. And woo, I mean, Revelations start off so hot, and then it dips set it down. And then it like ended right back on fire. Because at the end of the game, spoilers, at the end of the game, there's just amazing cut. It is so good, and it was so easy to do. Man, there goes my pen because I'm so excited. It was so easy to do too. So at the end of the game, you end up in like the crypt where Altair laid down a piece of Eden, where you're gonna lay down as well your piece of Eden. And you see Altair like back when whatever the hell he did it. He lays down on like he sits down on the chair, and they do this 360 pan around. In such a way that at one moment it's Altair, and when he gets to the other, when you do the 180, it's Ezio sitting there. And they got the music, and you're all hyped because you know it's at the end of the game. So sick, absurd, untouchable. Wow, that's that fire. So then we go to Assassin's Creed 3 trailer. Completely different time period, completely different field. I thought the Assassin's Creed trailer was very amazing for the third one. I thought it was very well put together. It gave you the historical context. It gave you the feel. It dropped G-dubs on you. I mean, it dropped some serious names on you. Let's talk to my uncle right here for a little bit, though.
Ezio, what are you doing here?
Taking responsibility. Vieri troubles you because of me.
Vieri troubles us because he's a Templar, and we are assassins.
Either way, I wish to help.
Va bene. Then listen close. First, we must find a way inside the city, though it seems Vieri expects us. He has sealed the gates and sent his men to guard them. Fortunately for us, the city is larger than his host. The southern gate suffers for it, so this is where we'll strike. Pronti?
Alright, so let's take on my man Vieri right here, let him know what we be is about. We don't take nothing from nobody. So, the 3 trailer, I mean, it really set you in the mood as to what you're going to be. I mean, GW gives you into that battle. But that one, you know, you feel kind of displeased watching afterwards. Because you were never in, or you never felt like, I mean, you were in some battle. You were in the Battle of Bulge, I remember. But it never, or the Battle of Bulge, oh my god. The Battle of, oh my damn, Battle of Bulge is in World War II. Yeah, golly, that's 1944. That's a lot further away.
Here's how going to work.
This guy just telling you to climb over. I'm gonna talk over him. The Battle of Bristol Hill, whatever that thing is called, the Lexington and Concord. That's the one I'm thinking of actually. Man, I can't. The Battle of Bulge. But it was cool, and you know the fact I remember the bloody red coats that you leave over there, the American flag, a lot of symbolism. A very well done trailer. Not exactly 100% correct what was gonna happen to the game, but it's okay. And the reason why I got on trailers is because I was pretty convinced I'm not buying Black Flag. At least not right now. I think I'm going to get it when you know I buy the next Xbox and whatnot. But I wasn't going to get it right now. I'm getting Batman. I've already got that one sealed and done. Sealed and done with is going to come in whenever it comes out. Beautiful. And I wasn't going to get Black Flag until I watched the trailer that they released. And I didn't really like the trailer that they released. It was the first time I've ever had an Assassin's Creed trailer which I didn't like. the original trailer they released at E3. I thought it was okay, but you know, pirates aren't really my thing. I know pirates and ninjas are like gods in like human world. Like everyone wants to be a pirate or a ninja, or people fight you on. I know this chick who loves pirates. I'm like, Morris, do you know that pirates like really don't exist anymore? Like unless you go to Somalia and you see some dude with like an RPG, that's the closest thing we got to a pirate. Like, come on, man. Are people like downloading like shit illegally online? That's like a pirate. But either way, people are fascinated by the idea of pirates and whatever. It's not my exactly cup of tea. I'm a little bit. My main nervousness with the game is that it's gonna be too much on the water, not enough on land. They said about 60-40 water land. Either way, but this trailer that they just released, oh man, is that fire! Because I mean, you're sticking it to the man. It's like, you know, the guy. There's like a governor guy, and he tells you that he's not gonna hang you unless you help him out. And you said like you'd rather. I don't know if he says you'd rather die than help out that coward, but either way, you just go like it's sick afterwards, man. Like you just taunt the guy and you completely disrespect him, and you're like, oh word, like you want me to help you out? Fuck you, I'm gonna do me. Sorry for cursing, but that's the feeling I got over there on the video, and it got me hyped. And that's what a trailer should do. That's the only thing a trailer needs to do. That's why I'm telling you, length, all that stuff, it don't really matter. If it gets you hyped, that's all it's got to do. Because that thing got me hyped, and it got me tempted to buy Black Flag. Black Flag all of a sudden became a pretty big issue in my life. I'm like, I don't know if I want to get it anymore or not, because, man, this trailer's good. And you go vice versa. You can watch a trailer and be like, what the hell is this? I don't really have that feeling too often unless, like, I'm going into it already thinking, over here, glitching a shot, killed the guy through the wall. Whoopsies. I normally don't have that feeling because going into a game that I think I'm not going to like, for example, if I watch the trailer, I don't really remember the last time I watched a trailer and I was like, hell no, I'm not getting that. Unless it's something, you know, they say something stupid in the trailer, like, oh, you thought this was an Assassin's Creed game? It's actually a car trading Assassin's Creed game. Then I'm like, whoa, all right, let's turn this bad boy off. Never got into the card thing, man. The Magic the Gathering, all that stuff, the Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I collected Pokemon cards for like a little bit until I realized I was going broke and I wasn't really getting too many of them. But I never really got into the rest of the card thing. That's what a good trailer should be, man. A good trailer should get you pumped, should get you excited, should get you to want to purchase the thing. You know, when I go to the movies and I watch like a lot of those trailers that they come on before, like the previews, 9 out of 10 of them stink. Like, it's just simple as that. 9 out of 10 of those things just stink. And why? Because the movie itself stinks. The premise is bad. So you can't make a good trailer for a shitty game. You could do a little bit to help it out, but there's only so much you could do. You need both. You need the combination of the good game. You need the combination of the good trailer. Music to me is highly influential on it, and I think Assassin's Creed always managed to nail that good music, and the music that goes in with the time, with the period and whatnot. Pretty damn good. Let's hear my man.
Uncle's under attack and needs help. Go to him.
Alright, seems pretty simple message right there. Go help on my uncle. My uncle Mario's is in some trouble. I'll go assist this man over here and just pop a couple thousand fools. Notice how I rolled up on this town. Roll up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some kush up in it. So drop down the comments, man. What trailers you guys like, man? I like to check them out. I mean, I don't watch too many trailers either. I will say this. Another trailer just completely off Assassin's Creed topic. But the NBA 2K14 trailer that came out for like the next gen. Ooh, I saw that one maybe yesterday. Man, that trailer. That's another game that I wasn't gonna buy, and I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna wait till, you know, when you get those new systems, I always like to wait a year or two till I get a sporting game from it, because that's when I feel like really managed to nail the capabilities of the system. But just right off the bat, man, I mean, that is some impressive stuff right there. Both graphically, you know, they exposed, and also, you know, just some of the natural movements in terms of the little things, man. That's what you come down to right now in sports games. It's all about those little things. They're so good that those little things take you to the top. So, you know, the different celebrations, you know, the leg movement. I mean, I noticed when LeBron like dunked once, one of his legs like went up higher than the other one. Pretty good stuff right there. So those little things over there, because the gameplay and all that's already mastered. I mean, that's not going to change too much.
And root out that snake. See that justice is served.
I can do that, man. I'm all about serving the justice, bro. That's all about, Uncle Marty. We're going to chase down Bietti and serve some justice. That's justice, baby. Shout out to Damazetti. So, yeah, jot down some of the trailers you guys like, man. Some of the trailers you guys remember. I remember also, man, let's see. I remember a trailer for GoldenEye that I saw when I was a kid, and I was also really impressed by that. I gotta go look it up because I don't really remember too much about it, but I remember that was one of the earliest trailers that I saw. That was pretty good. I remember the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time trailer. that was also pretty jaw-dropping. But those are jaw-dropping, I think, also in different senses. Those were gameplay trailers. I mean, those just showed you the game, and you were like, wow. Now I feel like you need a little bit more than just showing you the game. Destiny, for example, you know, that new game coming out. I watched the trailer when it came out for E3. I wasn't really too impressed. Same thing with Killzone. Killzone, the thing that impressed me most about Killzone is that it didn't look like Killzone. I was like, yo, this doesn't look like Killzone. This actually looks like a good game. Like, what? Sorry if you guys like Killzone. To me, woof, man, I played it like once. And I was like, all right, thanks a lot, man. I'll miss out on this one. I could do that. But the Destiny trailer, and it's getting like a lot of hype, and you know, it's great. And I mean, I think it's made by Bungie. Is that the deal? The same guys made Halo and whatnot. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad game or anything. I'm just saying that the trailer really didn't do it to me as much as it did it for other people that were like claiming that this thing is just the next greatest piece of gaming ever. A trailer to me also, I don't like trailers that leave me hanging. A trailer should leave you hanging, but not hanging in the sense of like, what was that? Like, what did I just see? Like, I just saw a minute 30 of what? A trailer should leave you hanging like, you know, like Assassin's Creed 2 trailer left you hanging, where the guy talked crap about your mom and your pops, and you're like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen with that. And on that note, we're gonna end over here because I'm gonna spy a little bit, see what's going on with my boys of buddies. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Have a great weekend, everybody.
It's settled. Vieri, you will remain here to coordinate the mercenary. Francesco will organize our forces in the city and send word when it's time to strike. Jacopo, your job is to calm the citizens once the deed is done.
What of that Ubriacone Mario? He continues to harass my forces, and I fear he'll discover what we intend.
He's always been trouble. Just like that bastardo brother of his.
Then let me reunite them, father.
There will be plenty of time to clean up the rifiuti when we're finished. Now, is there anything else? Muy bien. May the Father of Understanding guide you.
May the Father of Understanding guide you.
Comandante! Comandante!
What?
Mario Auditore has invaded the city. He comes for you.
Then let's not keep him waiting.
What are you and your allies planning? Is this what my father discovered? Is this why he was killed?
I'm sorry. Were you hoping for a confession?